Hello my friends, in today's video we will take a look at GoPro Hero 11 Black. Hero 11 basically continues the work that the GoPro started last year with the introduction of the GP2 powered platform. This year's GoPro is pretty much all about utilizing that GP2 power and offering some extra features over the Hero 10. In this video we will take a look at the performance and the feature set of Hero 11 Black, and I will try to help you decide whether you should consider getting one. The form factor and the appearance of the Hero 11 is identical to Hero 10, and I definitely don't mind that. First of all, there is nothing wrong with Hero 10/9 body, and it also means that all Hero 9 and 10 accessories are compatible with Hero 11. Besides that, it allows me to reuse a lot of shots from the last year because there is no way to tell that you are actually looking at Hero 10. That also means that the build quality is excellent. Hero 11 is very sturdy and it definitely feels durable. My Hero 10 and 9 also survived a lot with minimal damage, so GoPro definitely deserves the credit in this regard. Heroes 9 to 11 are amongst the largest action cameras, but I think that the size is justified by the screens, the battery and so on. It still has foldable fingers of course, which is in my opinion one of the most important updates in the history of Hero cameras. The most important hardware update of the Hero 11 is the new sensor. Technical details are a bit difficult to find, but it seems that it is a taller version of the Hero 10 sensor. The majority of the upgrades that the 11 offers over the 10 are related to this new sensor aspect ratio. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the image quality, which is pretty much identical to Hero 10. The main highlight in terms of the output is the amount of detail in 5.3K video. That is really great, and it is still the second best action camera in this regard, right after the Insta360 One RS with 1-inch mod. As I've said before, this is basically the limit of 1/2.3-inch sensor or its taller version in Hero 11. The image quality definitely won't look out of the place even next to DSLM cameras. Regarding the processing, it depends on whether the conditions are ideal or less than ideal. In ideal conditions, on a nice sunny day, the processing is really good. The image looks pretty natural by action camera standards. The colors are still a little bit on the Canon side, but the accuracy is acceptable. In less than ideal conditions, meaning high dynamic range situations, it really likes to lift or brighten the shadows. An obvious advantage of that is that it indeed reveals a lot of detail in shadows. The downside is that it introduces a significant amount of noise. This kind of look is similar to the iPhone video processing. Here I have to say that I am choosing extreme static scenes to showcase this phenomenon. It will be much less obvious in moving shots. A major improvement of Hero 11 is that it can shoot 10-bit footage. So how much difference does that make? If you are publishing the footage straight out of the camera to social media, it doesn't really make any difference. On the other hand, if you use a flat color setting and you color grade the footage in post-production, 10-bit will give you more space to expand the gamma curve before you will run out of color information. It won't make a night and day difference with this kind of signal-to-noise ratio, but it is definitely a nice option to have. The low-light performance is still generally a weakness, or if you want, a compromise of Hero 11. Again, it uses a taller version of 1/2.3-inch sensor combined with a f2.5 lens. That is necessary to achieve depth of field that ensures that everything is in focus. And the low-light performance is adequate. You will see a lot of noise in low light or in the dusk, but it is good enough for documentary purposes. In my opinion, the most significant feature of the Hero 11 is that taller sensor. Most action cameras, including Hero 10, use a sensor with 4:3 aspect ratio. Hero 11 uses a sensor with 8:7 aspect ratio, so almost square. That has 3 advantages. The first one is that it allows you to vertically recompose the shot after you have taken it, which is a very useful option, especially for mounted use. The second advantage is that it allows you to use the same shot for horizontal and vertical platforms. That means that if you shoot, for example, for YouTube and Instagram or TikTok, you don't have to prioritize one platform. You can shoot for both at the same time, which could be a game changer for a lot of users. The third advantage is the horizon leveling. That is available with a linear mode and for the first time without a max lens. It basically allows you to rotate the camera by 360 degrees and the footage will still be level. 8x7 capture is available up to 5.3K 30p. In 16x9 it can shoot 5.3K up to 60p and it can also shoot 4K 120p. All of these are very impressive numbers. A new feature is the HyperView digital lens which squeezes 8x7 footage to provide 12mm equivalent field of view. Hero 10 uses Hypersmooth Digital Stabilization version 5.0. As expected, it is fantastic pretty much in any situation. The footage really is super stable as you can see. It is great for walking, driving and even running. In my opinion, the stabilization in Hero 10 is very similar, but I definitely can't complain about that. Even the performance in the low light is pretty solid. It works very well in the dusk. The decrease of efficiency in these kind of situations is pretty minor. A new feature is the Auto Boost mode. It automatically detects the movement and it increases the intensity of the stabilization if needed. It is relatively subtle, but when you go from walking to running for example, it will crop in a little bit and it indeed increases the rate of stabilization. This is a very clever solution. I like it a lot, so thumbs up for this. Hero 11 also takes very nice 27 megapixel 8x7 stills. I think that Hero 11 is a very relevant ultra-wide stills camera. The amount of detail is very high in the stills mode and they are definitely usable for online publishing. Hero 11 can also shoot RAW, which offers respectable flexibility for editing. Overall, I am very happy with the stills quality on Hero 11. Much like Hero 9 and 10, 11 uses a 2.27-inch display. This is a very good display and it significantly improves the user experience in comparison to older GoPro cameras. It is very detailed and sufficiently bright, so it is generally a joy to work with. 1.4-inch front screen carries over two important improvements from Hero 10. The first improvement is that both the front and back screen can work at the same time. The second improvement is that there is no lag on the front screen at all. It is as fast as the back screen. Both screens are definitely a strength of Hero 11. The user interface is almost the same as the one on Hero 9 and 10. There are minor changes in the main menu, but not very significant. The new aspect ratio options actually made me appreciate the presets, which I didn't like that much in the past. A novelty is the new easy mode with restricted controls, but I think that most users will go for the classic Pro option. Hero 11 comes with a new Enduro battery which was introduced last year. The capacity is still 1720 mAh, but the GoPro promises 38% increase of recording time. I was able to get 72 minutes of 5.3K 25p 8x7 10-bit high bitrate video on a full charge with the Enduro battery. With regular battery I got 56 minutes. That is about 30% improvement, so yes, Enduro battery does make a difference. Regarding the overheating, it was pretty cold during my testing, so I wasn't able to push it too much in this regard. I was able to get 30 minutes of continuous recording 5.3K 25p 8x7 highest settings in a car with no issues. The camera was pretty hot, but it definitely wasn't as dramatic as Hero 10 with released firmware in the same conditions. If you intend to use your GoPro in a very hot climate for long recording sessions, I recommend checking out a cage. It basically acts as a radiator and it makes a huge difference in the temperatures. I have talked more about that in my video about Hero 10 accessories, which will be linked in the description. The audio quality is basically the same as with the Hero 10, which means that it is among the best action cameras on the market. It is definitely good enough for vlogging, for holiday videos and so on. GoPro also offers media mode, unfortunately I don't have that one, and the infamous 3.5mm adapter brick is also compatible, so the options for external audio recording are solid as well. The Quick app is mostly unchanged, which is fine. It works well, it is well organized, easy to use and reliable, but I do have one major complaint. The preview will still go black as soon as you press the recording button. That is quite limiting for some types of use, and GoPro gets bashed for that every year and they still didn't bother to fix it. That is a disappointment. I intended to make a separate comparison with Hero 10, but I have decided to just include the comparison in this video. As I've already mentioned, the form factor and both displays of Hero 11 and Hero 10 are identical. The image quality is also pretty much identical. The main difference in the output will be caused by 10-bit options on the 11, but that will only be noticeable if you color grade the footage. The stabilization is also very similar with the exception of the auto boost mode on the 11, which is quite useful. The main reason to upgrade from 10 to 11 is the taller sensor, but that is very case sensitive. If you shoot for multiple platforms, which a lot of people do, it can be a complete game changer. If you only shoot 16:9 video, you won't even notice the taller sensor. As I've said, that is very individual. To sum up, GoPro Hero 11 Black is an excellent action camera. If I look at it without the Hero 10 context, there isn't much that I can complain about. Despite that the GoPro still uses the same width of the sensor, it provides a great image quality in at least decent conditions. HDR-ish processing is a matter of taste and compromises. The stabilization, including the auto boost function, is fantastic, and I also have to mention the build quality and the durability, which has been a major strength of the GoPro for many generations. Making the sensor taller is definitely a clever idea. Is it enough to differentiate it from the already great Hero 10? As I've explained, that depends on the usage. The low light is what it is, and there is also that unfortunate app preview problem waiting to be fixed. If you are looking for an all-round action camera for traveling or sports, I can definitely recommend Hero 11. If you want to save some money or you don't need a taller sensor, Hero 10 is still a great option. So that's it for this video, thank you for watching, I hope that you liked this video and that you have found it to be useful. Stay tuned for more videos and maybe consider subscribing if you don't want to miss my future content. I appreciate your feedback in form of thumbs up or thumbs down. If you would like to ask anything or share opinion, please do so in the comment section, and see you next time.